Yeah. It's Sean Dawn, the little brother. Prices on the boards with the heat. About to turn this motherfucking chicken circuit out. Yeah. Yeah. The hottest product out, got my name on it. Everybody rap nowadays. The difference is I get paid for it. Flyers got my face on it. You know my speed. Taking pictures with some bitches, telling paparazzi cheese. My arrogance got me walking with a mean swagger. Hooks and punchlines will make your team stagger. Between women and weed, I only fuck with dimes. And both habits don't affect my money on my mind. I'm always on the grind, can't afford to fall behind. That's my boy. Oh, yeah.
What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand out and walk out on me? Give me your ears and I'll sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key. Oh, baby, find a little help about me. I told you, baby, I need help. Little help about me. Shuba duba duba dubadi. Welcome, everybody, to the Fatal Live Show. We're back. Was I muted the whole time? Thank goodness I wasn't. What up, everybody? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad y'all here. Make sure to smash that like button because we about to get busy. We got a ton of James Gunn news, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say that again. We got a ton of James Gunn news. We got Zack Snyder news out there. This one here is going to be one for the mother freaking ages. Do I got boogers in my nose before I go in? I don't think so. Dark Winter. Taking the piss out of Gunn, of course. Taking the piss hour of Gunn, of course. Okay, I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. A2D2, I'm glad you're here. Y'all stick around. This is going to be another tongue lashing pause from your boy Fatal J. Now, this is the thing. When I came into YouTube, you can check my first videos. I'm a hardcore Snyder fan. They started doing my boy Zack dirty. He went to Netflix, started doing his thing. The movies wasn't up to par. But I still like Snyder. I love the Snyderverse. I wanted to give James Gunn a chance. I wasn't going to be like the cult and give, my opinions before my opinions were opinions. But I told myself, I'm going to give it a chance, and I did. I didn't like what I seen. Creature Commandos, okay. Superman, less than mid. Peacemaker, trash. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it, though. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you're here. Continue smashing that like button, because if you don't smash that like button, Luther, get up. First news of the night. This was the big news right here. Big news right here. Now, to give y'all, this video is short, but we got to break it down. We got to break this bad boy down. This video right here is very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting. Very interesting. So the synopsis behind this video is this. This is the synopsis. The synopsis behind this video is this, that James Gunn is being interviewed by this YouTuber named Boba Toss. Boba Toss, you got the connections, dog. I don't know how. And that's another theory of mine. I'm not hating, but it's just mighty funny how these YouTube channels blow up so quick and so fast, and then they get these connections with these Hollywood execs. So it made me think, is a lot of these YouTube channels plants? Because, bro, I've been putting in the work like a lot of these guys been putting in the work. Longer than a lot of these guys putting in the work. But these connections, G. Willikers Batman. Now, don't get me wrong. I could give a freak about James Gunn because from what I've seen so far and him with those children's jokes, I don't care about these Hollywood dumb freaks. You know, in my mind, I'm more famous than them freakers anyway. You know, in my mind, I'm more talented. It don't mean I'm better, but I am more talented. Because guarantee, if they gave me the reins, I got the comic books to prove it behind me. Y'all think I'm joking? I mean, this is just light work I got. This is just light work. I'm reading. This coming right here, Deathmate. Y'all see that? This brought down the comic book industry single-handedly. Comic book shops around. Just light work. Just doing light work. This light work reading before I go to bed. You know what I mean? Stuff like this. Warlock, where you got two Thanos fighting hard against each other. This is the stuff that we want in comic books, ladies and gentlemen. You know? But if you gave me the reins, DC will be back on top. But let's get into this video because this video right here is very interesting. Very interesting. This video is very interesting. We're going to break it down just for a few seconds. This video told us everything. Okay? Let's check it out.
Absolutely. So,
hold on, let me turn it up.
Absolutely. So, one thing I've been really curious about is you've referenced things like Peacemaker Season 2 and Lanterns setting up different threads and arcs. How far do these arcs go? Like, do they culminate in Man of Tomorrow, or can we expect them to go further?
Hold on, I'm blocking James Gunn, huh? I'm still blocking James Gunn. All right, we all know it's James Gunn anyway. Let's continue. I'm gonna start from the top because be listening because it's very important.
Absolutely. So one thing I've been really curious about is you've referenced things like Peacemaker Season 2 and Lanterns setting up different threads and arcs. How far do these arcs go? Like, do they culminate in Man of Tomorrow, or can we expect them to go further than that?
Yes, they definitely go significantly further than Man of Tomorrow.
Okay.
So now, you know, whether or not that'll be me that's able to fulfill that promise depends on a lot of things in life. But yeah.
Absolutely.
I want y'all to catch James Gunn. Now, this is the thing about people. You know how they say people are different? People are really not different. When you have people who talk too much, they tell you exactly what they're thinking. They're not good at it. The reason why police headquarters, detectives have mastered this about people. You get a suspect in a room and they try to act big and bad and try not to talk. They got tactics that make you keep talking. And once you keep talking, you're going to eventually say what's on your mind. Listen to when James Gunn opened his mouth. He told you everything about the future of DC. Let's watch. Watch this.
So one thing I've been really curious about is you've referenced things like Peacemaker Season 2 and Lanterns setting up different threads and arcs. How far do these arcs go? Like, do they culminate in Man of Tomorrow, or can we expect them to go further than that?
Now stop right there. Stop right there. Listen to James Gunn reply. It's going to go quick. You have to pay attention. You're in Fatal J class. Pay attention. James Gunn is going to speak, and he's going to tell you about the future of the DCU. Him being in the future of DCU. Watch this.
Yes, they.
You see how fast that was, right? Let's go back. Listen.
Yes.
Let's go back.
Further than that.
Yes.
So Boba Toss asked him about his future series like Lanterns and how these arts is going to go into future movies and shows. James Gunn replied, and then he changed his mind. He fixed himself. What he was going to say, because these shows are supposed to have longevity into years. James Gunn was about to say, if I stay. He don't know if he gonna stay. See, a lot of people out there was talking like David Zaslav like what he sees at the box office. David Zaslav been getting on his arse. Superman ain't where it's supposed to be. Superman is in the neutral zone. It's not bad, but it's not good either when it comes to box office numbers that they was wanting. Peacemaker didn't even show up in the Nielsen rating. Creature Commandos was good, but it didn't make a dent in nothing. It didn't move the needle. James Gunn knows that Warner is in this bidding war. We're getting bought out. He do not know his future. Now, if a company comes in, 9 times out of 10, they're going to get rid of James Gunn. If you work at a regular job, when a new company comes in, the old workers are kapooey. They're gone. And I can't believe I said kapooey. So let's check this out again. Pay attention to what James Gunn is telling you. He's telling you everything on his mind because he talks too much. Watch this.
How far do these arcs go? Like, do they culminate in Man of Tomorrow, or can we expect them to go further than that?
Yes, they definitely go significantly further than Man of Tomorrow.
Okay.
So now, whether or not that'll be me that's able to fulfill that.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? If it's me, do you hear Kevin Feige and Marvel talking? If it was me, this man don't know. I just don't understand. How do y'all not understand this stuff? The only conclusion I've come with my studies with why these movies are so bad, they don't want the comic book versions. They don't want to give you these comic book stories. And I'm going to go even deeper than that, okay? So let's just say we want a Dark Knight Returns movie. BVS was loosely based on that. The reason why they don't want a Dark Knight Returns adaptation movie is because they're going to have to pay more money to the people who wrote the book, people who did the art, the editors, all that type of stuff. Is more money. So they're going to create something different, something that's loosely based. It's kind of like why Star Wars is in trouble right now. Star Wars is pretty much gone. They don't want to go verbatim of what George Lucas gave us because they will have to break their bread to him. I'm just saying, man. Mike has bad knees. He's had some board members from WB hitting up his phone asking, where are the prophets, James? I agree. Who is this podcaster? The guy name is Boba Talks. Big channel. I think he a shield, though. I'm going to be honest with you. Nothing against the shields, man. If that's your hustle, that's your hustle. You know, if that's what you do, that's what you do. You know. But this video is very interesting. Let's watch the end of it. It's just a few seconds.
Yes, they definitely go significantly further than Man of Tomorrow.
Okay.
So now, whether or not that'll be me that's able to fulfill that promise depends on a lot of things in life. But yeah.
Absolutely.
James Gunn, James Gunn is just not, he's not leader material, man. He's just not leader material. My guy is just not leader material. Y'all check this out right here. This is from Cosmic Big News been going in. I know Matt McGloin. Me and him follow each other on Twitter. Check this news out right here. So it is said James Gunn has lost the DC audience. Now what? Here we go, folks. James Gunn DCU is already toast. The excitement around James Gunn DCU is gone. What began as a promised fresh start for DC on film has turned into another messy chapter that fans are walking away from. After Superman underperformed and Peacemaker Season 2 barely registered, it's clear the DCU isn't connecting with the audience Gunn was supposed to win back. The Superman family reboot was meant to symbolize hope, but the fan base that once rooted for Gunn seemed to have checked out entirely. I told everybody when we first saw that first image of Superman by Gunn, when Superman was just sitting down while the action was happening before him, I tried to keep the peace. I tried to keep the hope. I tried. But something inside of me said something not right. Bryce, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, Bryce. Bryce, a real one. Thanks for reposting the stream, brother. I saw a video that stated Gunn was only brought in to make investors happy to push up the price of WB. With Jason, I want to tell you, it ain't working. It's not working. It's not working at all. So, the Superman family reboot was meant to symbolize hope, but the fan base that once rooted for Gunn seems to have checked out entirely. People have checked out. This stuff is, I'm going to be honest with you. When I walked out the theaters of Superman, I wanted it to be so good that I was lying to myself when I walked out the theater. I admit that. I was lying to myself. I was trying to convince what I saw was a good movie. Went back and watched it recently. It's not good. And it dang sure not as good as Man of Steel. Man of Steel still got the crown. So, Gunn, you're in trouble. Because for one, Peacemaker is not doing good. Superman, okay. Creature Commando's okay. But we don't need no okay. We need epic level. We haven't had nothing epic level since. The only thing that's been epic level, and this wasn't even under Gunn, was Matt Reeves' Penguin. That was fire. That was definitely fire. Let's go to the next James Gunn news. Well, this has more to do with Warner Brothers, but let's check it out right here. Y'all want some music? I'll play a little music in the background too. Let's play a little music. Let's play a little music. There we go. So, here we go. WBD confirms multiple bidders as stock soars. Paramount still front runner. Comcast in the mix and Netflix scoffs. Comcast got that paper, ladies and gentlemen. Comcast got that paper. They got more paper than Netflix. Get it right. So here we go. The sales of Warner Brothers Discovery is heating up. Justified reported for years, Warner Brothers Discovery is officially in play. With CEO David Zaslav now confirming the company has received unsolicited interest from multiple parties looking to acquire all part of the company. Rumors on the street was David Zaslav was only put in anyway to sell Warner Brothers. No more merging. The merging didn't work. We're going to sell this thing. That includes his prized Warner Brothers studio and HBO Max streaming arm, which will be separated into its own entity in 2026. Wow. As part of Zaslav's long telegraphed strategy to split the company in two. One half focused on streaming and studios, Warner Brothers, and the other on legacy TV networks, Discovery Global. The move comes after Skydance David Ellison made an initial bid, reportedly around $20 a share. And that one a share is cheap. But now with multiple parties circulating, including Paramount, Comcast, and Netflix, the price is rising and the competition is heating up. Now, if it goes to Netflix, which I doubt. Snyderverse all day. But at the same time, let me tell you something. I'm a little afraid. This is why I'm afraid. I'm afraid because Netflix is very rainbow-like. They're very portable closet-like. They're backdoorian-like. And they like to prey on children. So if we got the Snyderverse back on Netflix, we gonna see a lot of unicorns, rainbows, lollipops, and Skittles. And I don't want that to happen. I will want that Paramount to happen. Paramount been dropping bangers in the movie theaters and in the TV shows. Except for Star Trek. Star Trek is trash right now. I ain't gonna even talk about that Klingon that was in the skirt. I'm not gonna even go there. You know what I mean? That's a freaking shame. But let's continue. So, David Ellison gets his bid. I hope it happens. I really do. I hope it happens. Because the current regime that we have right now, they just not up to par. So maybe if we get some new heads in there, things will be different. I'm hoping and I'm praying. Let's continue. This news probably gonna make you mad. This is more James Gunn. I'm telling you, this is James Gunn night. This is James Gunn exposure. You know? Let's continue. As you can see right here, this is Dark Side. This news is brought to you via at New Rockstars. So I guess James Gunn was doing a lot of press, YouTube press on YouTube, trying to gain them fans. Too late for that, buddy. Too late for that. New Rockstars Bubble Toss. Interesting. Shills. Very interesting. Very interesting that these channels blow up so quick. And the content is lame and boring. Now, I give it to New Rockstars. I like their Easter eggs and all that stuff, but that stuff is... They got writers, man. There ain't no talent, man. And I'm not trying to come off as a hater. I'm just saying. Let's get into it. So James Gunn said Darkseid won't be the big head of the DCU. Praising Zack Snyder take and noting parallels to Thanos. Using Darkseid as the big bad now is not necessarily a thing because Zack did it so cool in this way and because of Thanos and Marvel. I just wish James Gunn shut up. I just wish the man stopped talking. I really wish James Gunn would stop talking. The epic level of Thanos, Darkseid is way bigger than Thanos. Let me break down Thanos to you guys if you don't know. Why I keep saying Thanos? Let me break down Darkseid to you guys, okay? Just imagine if I'm Darkseid, okay? And I'm on the throne of Apocalypse. This is the throne of Apocalypse. This is planet Apocalypse. This whole house is Apocalypse, and I'm Darkseid. When you see Darkseid on Earth fighting the Justice League or any DC hero, that's not Darkseid that they're fighting. That's only a representation or an avatar of Darkseid. Let me really break that down. Okay? So remember, I'm Darkseid, and this house is the planet Apocalypse. I send my pinky finger to go fight Superman in the Justice League. Now, this is the cool thing about the pinky finger of Darkseid. The pinky finger alone is whooping the Justice League ass. Nobody from DC have fought Darkseid in his whole entity because they wouldn't be able to do it. They wouldn't be able to do it. So to treat Darkseid like We ain't gonna touch that. You don't want to touch that because you can't. See, now I get it with James Gunn. I do. He don't want to go there with the stuff we like because he know he has limitations. That's right. Darkseid is a beast. Darkseid is a beast. Yeah. He dang near undefeatable. Yeah. He a beast. He a beast. Definitely a beast. So, yeah, there go James Gunn. He's not going to use him. But I don't think we're going to have to worry about James Gunn too much longer. You know what I mean? Not too much longer. Let's continue. We got more James Gunn news. So, James Gunn says he just finished his fourth draft of Man of Tomorrow. Filming starts around April 26th. James Gunn contract is up in 2 years. So what I believe what James Gunn is trying to do, he's trying to hurry up. He's trying to hurry up and get this stuff out. He's trying to hurry up and get his vision out because he knows his time is almost up. His time is almost up. And I'm going to be honest with you. I was very excited about the first Superman movie, but when I seen it, I started to ponder on it, and I was really let down. I'm not hyped about this movie. I'm not hyped. I'm not hyped at all. I'm very not hyped. Supergirl, I'm not hyped. Lanterns, maybe. But I'm really not hyped about Lanterns either. I'm really not hyped. So, if you guys hyped, I'm not hyped. I'm not excited about seeing Lex Luthor and Superman teaming up against a big bad. Why can't Superman carry a movie on his own? Why he can't carry the movie on his own? Because James Gunn can't do that. He can't. He can't do it. And I don't know what's up with these studios where they tried to make these villains heroes. Why is they trying that? That's that evil Hollywood. You know what I mean? Pure wicked Hollywood. Disney do it. They love doing that. They'll take an evil character, base a whole movie on them, and boom, they the new hero. Trash, man. Abu Naz, what up, my brother? I'm glad you're here. I'm doing your favor, going in on James Gunn. Pause. You know? Legends I'm caring about, but I'm not hyped. Same here. James Gunn, he killed that for me, man. Abu, we got mother freaking Lex Luthor and Superman teaming up in the next James Gunn Superman movie. In the words of the Majina, trash. But let's continue. In more news, more James Gunn news. Y'all might be hyped, y'all might not be hyped, but this does concern Keanu Reeves. And I want to show y'all a video with Keanu Reeves that had me tripping out today. So, James Gunn says he has discussed Constantine 2 with Keanu Reeves, but hasn't read a script. I've discussed it on and off. I discussed it with Keanu, but I have not read any script yet. James Gunn said he has discussed Constantine 2 with Keanu Reeves, but he hasn't read a script yet. So word on the street, and I've been hearing this too, that Keanu Reeves does want to do a Constantine movie, a sequel. That first Constantine movie was tight, even though that's not Constantine from the comics. But that religious aspect of it, I thought that was pretty dope how they did that. James Gunn do not need to be a part of that. But speaking of Keanu Reeves, I want to show y'all something that was very hilarious. And I want y'all to tell me, I want y'all to let me know, what is this thing that I'm looking at? Let's check this out right here. I don't know what I'm looking at. Maybe you guys can help me. Let's check it out. boy, Keanu getting old, man. You see, he got that old man painful walk. Beard all gray, and I bet that ain't his hair color either. His hair color is not brown. I bet he grayed up. Man, show you grays, man. That's wisdom. Watch this. Let's play this again. Y'all gonna really trip out what happened in this video. His security got pot belly like that. Dang, the dude in the red hoodie. Shoot, I need to be his security guard if it ain't no applications of being fit. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue though.
Look. Let go of me. Keanu! It's your divine wife! Keanu!
You gotta relax, man.
Get her out of there. Get her out of there.
If Bad Built was a human, it would be her. You embarrass yourself, ma'am. You are on the floor in front of hundreds of people taping you and taking pictures. And you trying to stalk this man and you saying it's your divine wife. And they wonder why the aliens don't stop and say hello. Let's continue.
You guys need to rush anywhere on this one. Yo, why are you bugging out?
What is that? Is that a troll? And I ain't talking about a troll on the... That ain't no online troll. I didn't even know trolls was real. Let's go back, though. Looking stupid. Now, at this moment, I'm like, what's the old man name? At this moment, this is where she ducked. So she tried to rush for the door, okay? Check this out.
Look.
She already rushing. You can't see her, though, because she's so short.
Look.
Trying to open the door, right? Smiling, looking stupid. Getting roughed up by 3 dudes.
Let go of me. Let go.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. People have lost their minds, man.
Let go of me. Keanu! It's your divine wife! Keanu!
It's your divine wife. That's what she said. That's what she said.
Let go of me. Keanu! It's your divine wife! Keanu!
You gotta relax, man.
Get her out of there. Get her out of there.
You guys need to rush anywhere on this one. Yo, why are you bugging out?
You can hear somebody in the background talking like, That's the type of stuff I used to do when I was a kid. When somebody do something stupid and they get embarrassed. Oh man, he's living his life. I like the way he carries himself, chill with no drama. Yeah, Keanu's a cool dude, man. Gunn better worry about his damn job than worry about a script. I agree. He has gray in his beard. Left out, that's crazy. People be crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's go to the next news, though. We still in Warner Brothers. We about to escape it and go into some other stuff. Check this out right here. So, Big Daddy Zaz Warner Brothers rejects second Paramount bid. Zaslav holds the line. Paramount want Warner's bad. And I didn't know Paramount had that bread like that. So after rejecting Paramount, Skydance initial offer, Warner Brothers Discovery has now rejected a second bid from David Ellison team. This one reportedly higher at $24 per share, up from the previous $20 offer. Big Daddy Zaz must want 30 to 40 shares or something. The move comes as Warner Brothers Discovery officially confirmed it is reviewing strategic alternatives. Following unsolicited interest from multiple parties, it continues to push forward with its planned 2026 company split. CEO David Zaslav appears to be holding firm on his plan to drive up the company's value before entertaining the sale, and for now, he's succeeding. So Big Daddy Zaz got what they want, and he ain't folding. Because you got to think, man, outside of, because I don't know why people think Warner Brothers is DC. Nah, man, they got a lot of bread, man. You got to think too, like, let's still stay in the movie realm. Barbie, Oppenheimer, Minecraft, this stuff hits billions, okay? So they know they worth. They definitely know they worth, you know? Let's check out my homeboy Prime, though. Prime, he can break these things down better than I can. Let's see what Prime had to say. Prime be saying some good stuff. Prime, I hope this video ain't too long either. This video is long, but we just gonna look at it a little bit. Let's check this out right here. Go ahead, Prime.
Now what's up? I hope y'all looked at my first two videos pertaining to the Warner Brothers Discovery merger and the actual bid. Now I got some more information pertaining to this. Now, like I said in the last video, and this absolutely just came quick. Now, Comcast, Universal, they have came into the tray. They have came into the fold. And what I mean by that is that, remember what I said, this sale has to go through regardless, because it has to go to the highest bidder. So when it going to the highest bidder, that is what David Zaslav is looking for. So as you see right here, all right, they are offering, well, $30 per share. They have rose the ante. So Comcast, Universal, has rose the ante on this. This is getting extremely interesting. So let's go ahead and look at the article, and let's go ahead and break it down. So in the potential $60 billion media shakeup, Comcast could enter the fray to complete the Paramount Skydance acquire of Warner Bros. Discovery. Now, the cable TV giant might soon jump into the mix, which they have done. Insiders said Comcast, headed by Chairman Brian Roberts, is spinning off its cable TV properties into a separate company called Versant. Now, once that spinoff is complete, Comcast could consist mainly of its Peacock streaming service, Universal Theme Parks, NBC News, and Xfinity, which provides internet and cable providers. Now, remember what I stated in the last video, or what I was saying is that certain players, they don't care about those certain entities, such as the theme parks and the channels and so forth. But this is what Universal Comcast is what they are looking forward to do. Let me go ahead and continue with this article, because this article is highly important. And remember what I said. Okay. They have to do what's in the best interest of the shareholders. This this sale is going to go through, because if they do not do right by the shareholders, they can get sued. So this has to actually happen. So David Zaslav is actually doing this.
That's why I rock with Prime, because Prime is a smart dude, man, and that make a lot of sense. Warner Brothers is a public company, you know, and Prime making sense. For my people out there that don't know what I'm talking about, since it's public, people like you, people like me may have shares in this. They can get sued if they don't do this sale the right way, because people have shares of the company. Whoever has the most shares is the king. Like, they pretty much the owner. But Regular old Joes out there can have shares, and even if a regular shareholder sees something going wrong, they can potentially sue Warner Brothers. So Prime actually making an excellent point. Good
For
job,
the
Prime.
highest bidder. Let me go ahead and continue reading this and go forward. So, the Post reported that Skydance is particularly worried about a possible Comcast bid because Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav has long-standing partnership with Comcast Xfinity. That's something that I did not know that I just learned right now. Unit to distribute content through its cable and broadcast systems. It's unknown which Comcast division would make a formal bid, but Roberts is said to be highly interested in Warner Bros. Discovery content library. It's top.
They gonna get sold, y'all. And when they get sold, I promise you, James Gunn is out of there. If James Gunn is not out of there, I promise you, he's gonna get demoted to just being a director. He ain't gonna be over nothing. This last bit of James Gunn news. Let's read what he had to say. This is very interesting. I'm gonna read it slow so y'all can really get an understanding of what's going on. He's really important to me. Peacemaker is an important character. I said, let's play some music. This is a party and we deserve music. He's really important to me. Peacemaker is an important character. I said from the beginning when I took on this job, it's about really maintaining and repositioning the big diamond properties that DC has, which you've been having did a good job on, because we still haven't seen no Batman and Wonder Woman yet. You're Batman. You're Wonder Woman. Like Batman and Wonder Woman and Superman, and then about creating diamond properties out of the smaller characters like Peacemaker. For some odd, stupid reason, James Gunn wants to take these small characters and make them big. That's not what the comic book fans or the fans of these characters want. It's a reason why the Guardians of the Galaxy comics don't sell like a Spider-Man or Iron Man comic. What is so hard about understanding that? Look at what this dude said, my dear comicologist. He said, yeah, but it feels like Gunn trying to force Peacemaker into every program. Yes. Look at this guy, the cake procrastinator. Meanwhile, characters like Zatanna, Lobo, Booster Gold, Martin Manhunter get left behind again. Because James Gunn only cares about the weirdos. Because he a weirdo. And this is the thing about it. Okay, he gave us Vigilante. Vigilante was tight in the comic books and made him goofy. Get James Gunn out of there. And you know, when I look back in my honesty of all, the only Guardians of the Galaxy movie I liked was the first one. I didn't like the second one, and I didn't like the third one. They did nothing for me. Just going back and look, James Gunn, it's real trickery with him, because I can remember seeing his movies and thinking, oh, I like these. No, looking back now, I really don't. And that's just me looking from an honesty, non-biased view. When I go back and look at all of the James Gunn comic book movies I've seen, they have not been good. I love Guardians. I love the first Guardians movie. I love it. But that's when we start getting that MCU formula. The colors, the funny jokes. And when I say funny jokes, they think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. You know? It's trash. Who up in here spamming my chat? What up, Sean Christopher? Based on what? One film, Jay? No, I'm not. I'm basing it on this whole filmography. Let's just keep it real, Sean. Superman is Guardians of the Galaxy. Peacemaker is Guardians of the Galaxy. And you know what your homeboy James Gunn said? He said that Supergirl, this literally came out of his lips. Supergirl is going to be like Guardians of the Galaxy. Why the freak do we got a Supergirl movie before a Hal Jordan movie, before a Batman Bruce Wayne movie, before a Flash movie, before a Martian Manhunter movie, before a Wonder Woman movie? Why? Y'all guys mean to tell me out there, Sean Christopher, you mean to tell me out there that you want a Supergirl movie before anything else? Lie in the chat and tell me you want a Supergirl movie before anything else. Quit playing yourself. And you my part, Sean Christopher, but you be playing yourself. Mr. Terrific is minor. Who the freak? Let's go to AI. Let's go to AI. That's all we have to do. Watch this. I'm going to show you something. We're going to go to AI. I'm doing just for you, Sean Christopher. Let's ask AI. Give me the top 10 most popular DC characters of all time. We are considering merch, comic book sales, and any other product or content that shows the popularity of the character. List them in order. If Mr. Terrific pop up, I'm sorry. I apologize to you. Now, I got ChatGPT 5, the highest ChatGPT. And we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see. AI is literally thinking Supergirl is a space adventure like game, and that's what you want. You want a space adventure like games of Guardians of the Galaxy. Everybody want a good movie before anything else. But he haven't been giving us good movies. We don't even get a Superman movie when you think about it. It's not a Superman movie. All right, check this out. This is what AI giving me. So, I'm giving you, Sean Christopher, the top 10 most popular characters of DC. First, Batman. Second, Superman. Third, the Joker. 4, Wonder Woman. 5, Harley Quinn. 6, The Flash. 7, Aquaman. 8, Catwoman. 9, Robin. And 10, Green Lantern. Now, Sean Christopher. You said Guy is not minor. Yes, he is. Show me on that list where you see Guy Gardner. Mr. Terrific is not minor. Show me Mr. Terrific on that list. Hawk Girl got lots of love from the cartoon, but is she on the list and do she sell merch and comics? See, if it's so easy for me to pull up the most popular, and just the thing about AI, it's giving me the proof. Batman, the merch king, #1 superhero toy in the UK per MPD, with the deepest box office footprint across many hit films, consistently dominated comic sales and charts. A lot of people fail to realize Marvel was not the first billion-dollar movie in the theaters. It was Batman. Christopher Nolan Batman, to be exact. The fans have talked, but Hollywood don't want to listen. Gunn don't want to listen. That's why he looking stupid, and Big Daddy Zaslav is gonna get rid of him. It's written in stone. The man literally said on the interview. If I be here. Let's continue. Do you want major characters in the Superman film? No. You want Superman to be... Superman wasn't the star. Watch this. I'm going to end all this quickly. All the major points in the movie, somebody else did the saving. It even got to the point that Superman got saved in his own movie. For instance, Superman was in his room talking to Lois when Green Lantern and the Justice Gang was fighting that monster in the sky. Phantom J, that was just a little monster. Okay. When you get to the end of the movie and you got the little boy, this is the climax of the movie. Now watch this. So in the climax of the movie, the little boy is praying, Superman. Did Superman come and save the black boy, or was it Green Lantern? Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner did more saving than Superman in this movie. Mr. Terrific did more saving than Superman in this movie. But wait, there's more. So Superman is fighting his clone. Stupid, anyways. The clone was beating Superman down, and he gets saved by the damn dog. Benzo, what up, man? Batman did get an Oscar first. Yes, he did. Batman movies that have won an Oscar include Tim Burton's Batman, 1999, Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, won an Oscar for Best Art Direct. Yes, it did. Of course he was. His action influenced all the other heroes. The heroes are better because Superman... Sean Christopher. I am convinced. I am really convinced that this might be you. I'm convinced this is you. John Christopher.
Look.
Is this you right here? Is that you? A troll.
Let go of me. Keanu!
Is you a troll?
Keanu!
You gotta relax, man.
You're a troll.
Get her out of here.
Sean Christopher. You're a real life troll, bro. Let's continue. One of the big news of the night. Zack Snyder know how to rile people up. Zack Snyder not letting fans forget his DCU. Ben Affleck is Batman. Zack Snyder's not letting fans forget about his DCU. Following the Henry Cavill Superman and Joe Manganiello's dark stroke images, Snyder follows it up with a pic of Ben Affleck as Nightmare Batman. One of my favorite Batman photos. I took it with Leica Monochrome as a camera. We built that little set, especially for those portraits, he wrote on Instagram. Snyder timing is likely no coincidence as it comes with the talks of WBD being sold off. James Gunn just know how to market. He know how to go viral. We also been told James Gunn will be out as head of DC Studios and that Snyder could be returning to DC for The Dark Knight Returns. That's not true, Matt McGloin. Your sources be making stuff up. so you can get more viral clicks. The other pictures that was included, I want to say I got them. Because one of them was a Superman. Let's see. Prime said, all Zack Snyder doing is building up his Instagram account with photos he's already released. I believe Prime is right. The Henry Cavill picture back in 2019, alongside with the picture on V-Roll. Here's the collage from 2020. That's a great picture. That's Superman, but he needs to be smiling. You know what I mean? He needs to be smiling. This is all the pictures. I believe Prime is right, though. Dang, I wasn't even showing y'all the pictures. I am deeply sorry. Let's go back. So, everybody went crazy, acting like they ain't never seen these pictures before. I'm gonna be honest with you. Snyder not doing Snyderverse no more. His Zack Snyder his stock had gone down, man. But he got a cult fan base, you know. I consider myself a Snyder fan in the comic book world. He killed it in 300, killed it in Watchmen. Zack Snyder Justice League killed it with BVS, killed it with Man of Steel, even though they get a lot of controversy and hate. His other stuff though, Rebel Moon, Army of the Dead, I don't like that stuff. I did like Twilight of the Gods. I did like that. It gave me Gennady Tokarski vibes. If you don't know who Gennady Tokarski is, that's the guy who made the Samurai Jack animations and did the Star Wars, the real Star Wars Clone Wars, in my opinion. And other Clone Wars, I don't like it because they made Anakin look like Chucky. You know what I mean? Crypto hit the clone once. Mr. Truffy did not say Superman. Crypto saved Superman when he was in that vortex. What are you talking about? Superman was a part of the black hole. No, sir. Crypto saved him. Crypto saved him 3 times. He saved him in the beginning of the movie. He saved him during the vortex, and he saved him with the clone. The clone was beating Superman down. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Shall we go back to AI? Let's go back to AI. We're going to go back to AI because I know I seen that movie. Let's check this out. How many times did Crypto say Superman in the Superman 2025 film by James Gunn? Let's see what AI says. We got a lot of people watching. Smash that like button. Appreciate y'all greatly. Trying not to go in on Sean Christopher because he one of my best friends that be in the chat. But I guess he wants an ass whooping, a comic book ass whooping. Short answer, 2 clear times, maybe 3. 2 clear times, maybe 3, depending on how you count it. Now watch this. After the hammer fight, Crypto drags an injured Superman to the Fortress of Solitude, a straight up rescue. That was a rescue. Getting saved 3 times, Superman getting saved 3 times is 3 times too many, 1 time too many. Superman do the saving. Even when he get beat down, he come back and fight. Should nobody be saving? Final battle. Crypto helps Superman beat Ultraman, preventing a likely loss. Bonus if you count saving broadly. Crypto also subdues Lex Luthor at the end, cutting out the thread. I'm not counting that. I'm counting when Crypto saved him from the vortex. So that's really 4 times that Crypto saved Superman. AI don't lie because AI don't have feelings. Okay. Sean Christopher. We're going to do this and then we got to carry on. So you mean to tell me this is not saving? This is not saving. That's not saying he can't move. Now the man can't move. He can't move. He can't move. Can't move his body. He whistling for his help. You mean to tell me that that's not saving? That's not saving? He's still not moving. He's still not moving. You got to be kidding me, man. You got to be kidding me. He saved him. You got to be kidding me, bro. Bro, you trolling at this point. Even if the robots got him, the robot saved him. You got to be kidding me. Like I said, you proved my point. And that ain't the only time Superman got saved. That's too many saves. He got saved by other people. But let's continue. I told you, man, I got receipts. I think this show is almost done. Because there wasn't that much news out there, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know why, but this was really funny to me today. This was really funny to me. This was so funny to me that I have to turn off this music. And I want y'all to really check this out, man. This is really funny. And it's just an 8-second clip, but it's really funny. Let's check this out. Hey, man, I thought it was funny. I don't understand how he got up there, though. You know? Very strange. Quick news. This is really sad to me because I'm a big Tron fan. Tron Ares reportedly made a $132.7 million loss. Again, the fans have spoken. You didn't put Sam in this, Sam Flynn. People wanted to see Sam Flynn back in this. They didn't want to see a picture. You know, Jared Leto, great actor in my opinion. I don't see him. When I saw him in Dallas Buyers Club, I said, man, this dude is like Oscar worthy. But I don't know. He just don't pick movies right or something. I don't know, but it's such a shame we won't see this property no more. I hope like years down the line we'll get this property. But come on, man. The guy that played Kevin Flynn, that dude is like 1 billion years old. And I can't believe I forgot his name because he's one of the legends. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, big flop. When you don't listen to us, you're going to lose money. These things was created by people that bought this stuff because they liked it. You know what I mean? Let's check this out right here. This is Marvel Rivals linking up with Marvel Zombies that just came out. I don't give a freak about Marvel Zombies. I didn't see it, didn't care to. But I do like Marvel Rivals. So let's check this out together. gonna be honest with you. I suck at Marvel Rivals. When it comes to multiplayer mode, I get my eyes handed to me. I play the dope.
Told Spectre I'd carry on his legacy. Time to live up to the promise. I was born ready.
Y'all know why Marvel Rivals is doing so good? Because they listening to the fans. They're listening to the fans. What did y'all expect this from Disney? That's true. Tron is made for a premium series. That would be dope to see it as a series. Yeah. I can see it as a series. Most of these Disney. Let's continue. Think we got a little bit more to share. On the MCU side of things. We're on the MCU side of things. I'm a big fan of Nova. And I thought this was a dope casting. They said this is a rumor, a potential real rumor. Well, what is a real rumor? A potential real pick. Michael Waldron says that Glenn Powell should play Nova in the MCU. He's a pretty good Nova. I think that would be an excellent pick. Very excellent pick as Nova. Somebody stupid said he should be Booster Gold. Should be somebody younger, Richard Riddler. I could see a little bit younger, but I would take him because he's a veteran. Great actor. He should be Cyclops. Isn't Nova supposed to be around the same age as Peter Parker? I take this, man. I hate that. But this is James Gunn. He didn't take advantage of having Nova in the Guardians of the Galaxy because those crews, those titles are very closely tied to each other. You know? Basically a new Star Wars. That's what they're going to do. That's what's going to make them a jokey Star-Lord, you know? We got some more news. More Marvel news. This is the Marvel news right here that you probably don't care about, and I definitely agree. We have a Mark Ruffalo Hulk sighting. He got all green on, wearing shades. Exclusive Mark Ruffalo, aka the Hulk, seen on Spider-Man Brand New Day. Yippee! Yay! Yay! So I'm reading the comments. So they're going to do promo with Ruffalo and Holland. Good luck. Is Spider-Man hitting him with antimanium boxing gloves? Is that Mark Ruffalo? I thought it was Chinook Khan. If he's in a accordion sweater, I'm done. I ain't got a good feeling about this one. I don't have a good feeling about this one. Not at all. Not at all. I don't have a good feeling about this one. I'm very scared that this is not going to be a banker. I'm not going to even get myself hyped about it. No way, no how. Let's continue. Let's continue. Did I get everything? Wow. Oh, I'm not done. I got 2 more slots. This is what we're getting in 2026, ladies and gentlemen. Are you guys going to be hyped about this? This is the 2026 projects we got coming from Marvel. Okay? So, Avengers Doomsday, the movies. These are the movies. We're only getting Avengers Doomsday and Spider-Man Brand New Day. So a lot of these Marvel channels, y'all gonna be starving. But y'all ain't gonna be starving too bad because, of course, Disney Plus running the MCU is gonna give you a crap ton of shows in between those 2 big epic movies. So we got Daredevil Born Again Season 2. And the first Daredevil's Born Again was trash. We're getting a Punisher special presentation that I'm not hyped about. We get your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. A lot of people were saying that show was fantastic. To me, it was, X-Men 97 was freaking fantastic and was peak Marvel. But without Bo DeMayo, oil and muscles, will this be a banker? Who knows? I'm not going to get myself hyped about it. Wonder Man, one of the first, probably the first Marvel trailers where they didn't show the powers and it looked stupid. It's not going to be a banker. Vision Quest, could it be a banker? Yeah, could be. Spider Noir, I believe that's going to be a banker. That's going to be on Amazon, though, not Disney Plus. I believe. Could be wrong. Video games, we get Wolverine, very violent. I'm actually going to get that Tokon Marvel game. That game looked tight. In 1943, where they hate the Black Panther fans and going to give you every Black Panther in the book except for T'Challa. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Is this 2026 slot going to be heat or not? Movies excited. Shows skip. Except X-Men 97. Wolverine Fire, the other two games skip. I'm telling you, man, that Tokon, let me show you that Tokon, bro. You might change your mind. That's going to be pretty fire. That's going to be, I think that's going to be fire, bro. Let me show you a little bit of that. Check this out. So best believe I'm going to be getting that. And I'm going to be playing that on the show. Gonna try to get a few Dark Council members to fight. It's going to be fire, man. It's going to be fire. Last news of the night. And I didn't mean to make this the last news of the night. But it will be the last news of the night. This is Star Wars news. Disney Plus made this a dead franchise. So let's check this out. So it says right here, Adam Driver reveals that the council to Hunt for Ben Solo movie was inspired by The Empire Strikes Back. We wanted to be judicial about how to spend money and be economical with it and do it for less than most, but in the same spirit of what those movies are, which are handmade and character-driven. Empire Strikes Back being, in my opinion, the standard of what those movies were. Ain't it mighty funny? After they make this trash, then they talk about how they want to do the right thing with these films. And I always had a theory out there about the sequel trilogy. The sequel trilogy would have been totally different if this man here didn't take his mask off. I'm going to say that again. Kylo Ren, if he never took his mask off in those three movies, and he took his mask off at the very end of Rise of Palpatine, those movies would have been decent. I'm serious. Just imagine all the scenes where he had his mask off, put the mask on, and think about those scenes. Like if he would have took out Han Solo, his father, with the mask on, you would have been like, this dude is a menace. When he had that fight with Luke Skywalker, it would have been more dope because we don't know who the man behind the mask is. Who has this been Solo? They dropped the ball, though, because they don't care. They stupid. They stupid, man. They think since they got the Hollywood cloud and they've been in the game for so long, they think they know everything. They stupid. Let them lose money. I don't care. I don't even care about Star Wars. I used to have a love for Star Wars. You won. I don't care. Make it for your audience. You know your audience that don't exist. I don't care no more. What I'm doing now, this is what I'm doing. I'm going hitting the 50-cent dollar bin. And I'm having a great time reading these. I'm having a great time reading this stuff. This stuff right here. Having a great time reading this stuff. Oh, I got a whole long box full. And whenever I get downtime, I'm going into another world, having a great time. These are the real movies right here. That's the real movies. But let's continue. I think that was everything. I think that was everything. I want to say I got one more. Do I have one more? Maybe I don't have one more. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for coming to the show. Thank y'all for spending time with me because sometimes, Fatal Drake can get a little lonely, But I really appreciate you guys. You guys are so awesome. You guys are always awesome. Oh, I did have one more thing. Let me show you how James Gunn is stupid. So check this out. This is what I wrote. It hit me just the other day. I said, you mean to tell me Rick Flag hate all metahumans and going to put them in salvation, but he works with the creature commandos. This is why I don't rock with Gunn no more. Two different Rick Flags. Now you might be asking yourself, Fatal J, he don't hate all metahumans. Okay, I give you that. But listen to what he specifically said about putting metahumans in salvation in the finale of Peacemaker Season 2, which was horrific of a finale. He said he want to put all metahuman criminals in salvation. He works and have a relationship with the creature commandos who are all metahuman criminals. Two different Rick Flags. Supposed to be the same Rick Flag. Don't even look the same. Stupid. Very stupid. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all so much. Y'all been awesome. I really appreciate you guys. You guys have a good night. Be safe. Put God first. Take care of others. Love one another. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
That's my boy.